Alright guys, we are back and we have got another guest coming up, but before we get into that guest, go check out our website, www.theamemagazine.com. That is the AME Experience All-in-One, which is our radio show, our television show, and our magazine. There's so much stuff up there for you. It's completely free. It will take you forever to go through it, but that's what we want. And hopefully when you go up there and check it out, you're going to be inspired to do something for yourself. Maybe challenge yourself with a new art form. Maybe start up a business. But whatever you do, challenge yourself. Also, if you're on Facebook, like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/The AME Experience, and you can check out our Twitter, which is @DOWD Studios. That's my personal Twitter. That is the studio's Twitter, and it's the AME Experience's Twitter. So there's a lot of stuff on there as well. So our next guest is a dancer. Now I love dancing. I'm not good at it, trust me, but I love watching it. It's such a graceful art form, and there's so many interpretations of dance. You got ballet, you have belly dancing, you have Middle Eastern, you have Spanish and Latin dances. It's amazing what you can do with your body and make it look so elegant. Well, this is what she is passionate about. Her name is Oriana, and she is the owner of Midnight Lotus Dance Company, and she teaches you belly dancing. So we're going to be learning about the Middle Eastern style of dance. This is a lot of fun. She's going to even perform for you afterwards. So let's go check out Oriana now and find out what Midnight Lotus is all about and her style of art. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Oriana, and she is going to be talking to us about something that she loves, and it's her passion, which is called dancing. We all love to do it, but she does it in a little bit special ways. Not the type of dancing you're used to. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
So, first of all, tell everybody what got you into dance.
Well, I had no previous dance experience whatsoever. I was a senior in college, so I was 21, which is really late to start as a dancer. And they were offering free belly dance classes in the school gym. So I decided to try it, and I got hopelessly hooked.
Now, belly dancing is a little bit different than your normal dances that everybody's used to, but it also has a little bit of a taboo feel to it for some unknown reason.
Correct.
Why does it have that taboo? Why is it taboo to people?
That is a very, very long answer, but the short answer is that it is a sensual dance. It's not sensual in the overt way like we think of burlesque or pole dance, but it has gone in and out of legality in the Egyptian and the Arabic-speaking world, depending on different political views that have come through. But it's also a celebration of a woman's body and natural movements that come naturally to that as part of a folklore, both inherent to a culture that we've had a lot of conflict with here in the US, but also that sometimes women dancing is threatening to whoever happens to be in power. So, like I said, that's the shortened version, but there's a lot that goes on behind it because of the cultural connotation.
If they're worried about a woman's dance as a threat to their power, they got a lot more issues going on.
That's also a long answer.
So, you chose belly dancing. There are, like you said, there's various forms of belly dancing. What is your style, and why did you choose that one over the others?
I am a classical Egyptian, or a modern Oriental or modern Egyptian dancer, as it's sometimes called. There's a couple different names for it, but basically what that means is that I follow the traditional Egyptian method of using musicality as part of my dance, as well as the folkloric and stylized movements that were brought through the Silk Road to Egypt. That differs from a lot of other styles of belly dance in that it is not American made. It has very little American influence in it. So it is the truest to the authentic form from the mother country.
Now, you love this so much you decided to open up your own studio called Midnight Lotus, which is really cool. Tell us about Midnight Lotus. What made you decide this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to pursue my arts?
Well, I began teaching about 4 years ago, and a lot of my students were coming up to me saying that they wanted to be professional performers, but they didn't know how to start, or that they had never seen Egyptian dance and they wanted to know more about it. So I started this program and I started teaching in this format so that those students could have some place to be, some place to celebrate the art form, learn, grow, expand, and eventually become professionals on their own. So it's kind of like a finishing school for aspiring performers.
Now, being an entertainer, it's a lot more than just dance. There are so many different aspects that go into making this a show. What are some of the things you have to teach your students in order to put on a good show?
How many staff needs to be involved? You have lighting crew, you have sound crew, choreographers. You have to understand where your music comes from, the licensing behind that. You have to know how to approach a venue. And more importantly, where a lot of people don't know that much about it, is marketing. And in the age of social media, marketing is absolutely crucial.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just an island out there and nobody knows about.
Right.
What has been the biggest mistake that you find with dancers as they're performing?
The biggest mistake that I see from people that are starting to learn to perform is that they don't necessarily dance for their audience. They've gotten so used to dancing in a classroom format that they either kind of don't think about how entertaining they have to be, or they don't understand that maybe everyone in the crowd may not like what they're doing and how to react and respond to that. And both of those things have its place, and it happens depending on where you are. But sometimes getting negative reactions from the public can be absolutely disheartening for students that are getting out there on their own.
Yeah, I know that all too well. I've had a couple of negative attacks myself, but you have to stay strong to yourself. If you love it, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Just do it for the love of the art. That's what it's all about.
Correct. And learn how to respond appropriately and just approach them and say, like, I'm sorry that, it wasn't what you thought it would be, but, I love this very dearly and I respect your opinion, and just take it as that, and it's not a personal attack.
Yeah. How do you sit there and tell somebody that don't, let it go? How can they use the negative feedback to better themselves?
Well, you can never really tell someone to let it go. You can't change someone's opinion overnight. But I do try to say, I understand that this is not a culture in which I was born in. I encourage you to look up resources, and I try to name a few names, name a few places that they can go get more information so that they can do that on their own. I don't see myself as a social warrior where I'm going to go change the opinions of everyone. That's up to them, and they have to learn to accept certain things at certain times, because usually if they don't like it, it's for other reasons. It has nothing to do with the dance or with the dancer.
That's right. So if somebody wants to sit there and hire you to teach them to be a belly dancer or any type of dance, I'm sure you do other things too, other than just belly dancing, how can they find you?
The easiest way to find me is to go to our website, www.midnightlotusdance.com, and contact us through there. Or you can go to my personal website, which is orianabellydancer.com.
And I'm sure you have a tour coming up with a bunch of different places that you're going to be dancing at. Where are some of the most recent ones, maybe in the next 2 months, that people can find you?
Well, we've got a lot of projects starting up that I can't give too much away on, but we are going to be filming a little bit, and we are going to be doing some musical projects, and we're also looking at doing a show called Ritualism in March in Spring Hill. We're going to start there and possibly bring that down to Tampa Bay. It's a show that showcases a lot of different sacred dances and ritualistic type dances from the Arabic and Indian speaking world.
All right, well, thank you for coming out here, but we got a special treat for you because she's going to dance for you. What are we going to be seeing here in a second?
I'm going to do a segment of a very classic song called Alf Layla wa Layla, which is Arabic. It means 1,001 nights.
Awesome. Let's go check that out here, and we'll be right back.